Alright, so this is the second part. Thanks for following along. I had just enough time to finish my last video and conclude the first clip. Kind of almost cut me off there. I wasn't able to close it properly, so I apologize for that. I guess I have to just keep my eye on the clock and just see where my timing is at. So, why am I doing this? This is going to be one of the things that I want to talk about. As you know, there's a lot of information that has to be covered, but this is also one that is important to me because over the last 2 years, as I've dove into this and I've started educating myself and sifting through all of the misinformation and the propaganda and the knockoff videos that have the information but make it sound crazy, after sifting through all that and then finally coming out of this cloudy haze of lies, I feel that people need to know and they need to be educated on what's happening and understand what's happening and why it's happening, you know, so that when the catalyst, which I'll get into, happens, we don't submit, or the masses don't submit in fear, and then basically walk to their own slavery, as if we are right now. But anyway, I feel that people need to be informed and educated, and I think that the time is now that we all get involved. Not just reading, not just understanding, not just looking at YouTube videos, but the time is now to get involved and to do something about it. And I've been doing a lot of reading, and I haven't really been, I haven't composed this as putting it, starting this seriously and informing people and educating them. And this is what I believe I need to do now, is get all the material ready and educate people. So moving along, I've tried many times, in the beginning, to just look away from all of this because it is crazy stuff, and it is a vast conspiracy, and kind of makes it's a threat. This theory, or this now conspiracy, or now this reality, it is a threat to our liberty. It's a threat to our plans. It's a threat to our future. It's a threat to us. So many times in my journey of understanding and realizing exactly what it is that we're in, I try to go back into my little matrix, my little bubble, my little my ignorance is bliss. But no matter where I look, I see the headlines. I stay on top of current events. It's screaming at me. It's still there. It's still happening, and I can't ignore it anymore. So, alright, let's move along. Alright, so I just found an amazing link, which you'll see on the right, or the right, from the Charter Online, New World Order Explanation. Alright, this is what I'm calling it. This is a great starter page for people who don't know what the New World Order is. I suggest that you read it, and once you start your education or educating people, this is a great link to start off of. I'm gonna try to just go over my list because again, there's a lot of information to cover, and whatever. So basically, this is this was written on March 6th. It was yesterday, and I found it yesterday. New World Order, globalism, economic slavery, and etc. Let's see. They're gonna try to paint this as the New World Order being our savior. This is gonna be what we need to happen, what needs to happen in order to save us, to get us out of this engineered mess. They're gonna try to convince people that this is what we need, and that we all need to be part of a global I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We need to be part of the global system. We need to create a global community and stop this old style of countries and borders, etc., etc., etc. Well, listen, power corrupts, and we've seen that before. In any case, they're going to try to paint it as something that we need, and that it'll fix all of our troubles, which they created, so that they can establish this. Let's see, I actually skipped a large section here, so I apologize for that. I started going into my links. This is basically the fourth attempt to establish the New World Order. If you didn't do the research or just don't know or whatever. At first, they tried to take establish the New World Order by force, and they failed. And that was during Nazi Germany, World War II. I think it's very interesting that the United States was in a depression while Germany, we didn't have any money, and Germany, where did they get all their money from? Gotta love your global international bankers, can't you, or whatever. I think there was something. I haven't done the research there yet, but I think we were in a depression because the global bankers were taking money out of our economy and giving it to Hitler. They tried to take the world by force, establish their New World Order through aggression, and as you see, it failed. Alright, so let's retract, let's stop the war, let's go back to the drawing board and rethink this out. Then we have Vietnam. They attempted this, this endless war that was never going to happen, and they started to get there, but they made one mistake. They didn't have full control over the media. They didn't understand people's reactions and exactly how the media affected the general public. So the general public saw the war every single day, and they were outraged, and they protested, and they marched, and there was a whole peace movement and all of that. And while the government tried to, I guess, continue their plans, they eventually had to back away again. So that was the second attempt at the New World Order. So that was taken care of very nicely. That's why you never hear anything about the Iraq War, and never have in these last few years on TV, because they're not going to make the same mistake again. They made it the first time, and they know that if we hear on TV every single day about the horror that happens there, Abu Ghraib, what is it, 3,000 dead American soldiers now, and the 1.5 million civilian Iraqis that have been killed, murdered, or died from starvation or disease or bombings or etc., etc., the American people would be outraged. So actually, this is the fourth attempt. The second attempt was Vietnam. The third attempt was with Bush's father. And I kind of find it funny that 10 years before 9/11, the World Trade Center was attacked. The buildings didn't fall. We were in Iraq at the same time. Buildings didn't fall. There wasn't really much shock there. So they had to go back to the drawing board, and they had to retract, leave Iraq, and that was the third failed attempt at the New World Order. And notice how that was part, at the same time, George Bush did his New World Order speech on March 6, 1991. So that was basically they're trying to, still with using aggression, but they're trying to sneak it through, kind of like if it was a necessity. But we needed now to create a necessity with nuclear weapons and a threat, etc., etc. Let me just check my time here, 8 minutes and 36 seconds. I'm alright. And then now we have now. And they have succeeded so far. And they're closer than ever in doing this. And we have monopolized the global financial system with the dollar, the strong dollar policy, and all of this. We have basically every currency in the world, every country is connected directly to our state of affairs, our U.S. dollar. So they've established that, and they now have they had a plan which they executed with the terrorist attacks of 2001, and with these wars. So they're on to something, and now they're closer than ever to establish this New World Order. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there and start my next video, and we'll see what happens.